It's quite the record,
Yeah.
right? Over time. I won't. Yeah, thank you. Um, it took so long to get you here to do the marathon the first time,
Yeah.
right? Ray didn't really want to do it. Then he told me that after the 2016 Olympics would actually be good for you.
Yeah.
And you had a great race.
Yeah.
At the time, did it feel as though like being a marathoner was just going to be where you were going to be after having so much success the first time?
Yeah, I would say I didn't know what to expect the first time. You know, that's where you find out if you're suited for that distance and what your potential could be. And I feel like after that day, we thought, yeah, it's something I could handle and something I wanted to explore more. And it's been a little bit up and down since then. You know, I feel like I ran well in New York the second time I was here. Um, but I kind of did bounce back and forth between the marathon and the track for a while. And I feel like I'm at the phase now where it's really just focusing on the marathon for the last few years of my career and see what I can do. And that fits best with where my body's at and where kind of like my life is at. So yeah, marathons.
I looked it up. I mean, you had that terrible Boston, which everybody had a terrible
Yes.
Boston. You were one of the few that even finished. So good for you,
Yes.
right? But that second New York you did in 2018 was a slow first half that year. You ran
Yeah.
like 1:15:50. You ran 1:10:54 for the second half.
Yeah.
How did you do that on this?
We were hauling. I don't know. I remember I was chasing Shalane and I think Vivian from Chariot was in there. We had a really good group. I was in really good shape for that race, and I was hoping to squeak onto the podium. So yeah, that was really probably one of my better races. And New York is a tough course, so you don't usually walk away with a PR. So yeah.
And why did you choose to do New York this year with the trials being so close in February?
Yeah, we had ideally hoped I could run more like a marathon in September timeframe, but I got a stress fracture in March, and we just didn't think I'd be ready in time. So we didn't want to not do a fall marathon because I just haven't finished a marathon in a long time. And so when the opportunity to run New York came around, we thought, you know, we'll take that, and we're gonna just do a little bit of a conservative build-up and get across the finish line, have a good experience, have a marathon under my belt, hopefully run under the 2:29:30 time that you need, and then get ready for the trials.
Molly, when you see the field that's out here, I mean, it's the most stacked women's field.
Yeah.
As a competitor, does that make you more energy? Like, wow, this is something special to be part of?
Oh my gosh, yes. Like just seeing the start list, I'm like, this is such a compelling women's field up front. Like the race for the win is going to be really exciting. Will definitely be watching the race after I'm done to see what happened up front because I don't think I'll be mixing it up there this year. But really exciting to be like towing the line with those ladies.
Does it help? I mean, does it help you think, okay, since I know I'm probably not going to be with them,
Yeah.
I can enjoy it more and try to run I run instead of going, hey, if I'm in tip-top shape, maybe I'll try to be with them and that can throw everything off in a sense?
I think I'm just trying to have my best possible race on the day, and so I know what I can do and where I need to stay pace-wise, and I'm just going to focus on that. And so, you know, when I'm really ready to run with them, I do that too. I just happen to be in the front. It's just, I'm being very realistic. I think that's how I'm going to have a successful day.
Did Jo come to New York with you?
She's not here yet, but she's coming tomorrow.
So
Yes.
what would be your routine with her, do you think, over the weekend?
We're honestly still figuring that out, and I feel like that's going to be good. So getting it more streamlined for race weekends. Sometimes I go without her. She's going to be here on Friday, and Kurt is he got another room for Saturday night, but she'll probably be in my room tomorrow night, and I'll be probably feeding her twice during the night. And so, yeah, it's going to be kind of like our home routine. It's funny because I'm hoping race day feels better than workout days because I just there's so many workout days where I would not hydrate enough and eat not a good breakfast, not have slept good, and just go do the workout. So I'm hoping I get a boost from sleeping and having some space on Saturday. But yeah, Friday will be kind of similar to home life.
So the night before the race, she'd stay with you, or she'd stay in a separate room?
She's going to stay with Kurt in another room, yeah.
And Mama gets to sleep.
Yes, and I got to sleep last night too, which is great because they're not here yet. So.
Did you guys do anything for Halloween?
We did, yeah. We went trick-or-treating on Tuesday before we came down at our friend's house. So she was a panda, just because we had that costume laying around.
Did you get a dress up?
I tried to all do bears. Yeah, we were bears. So, yep.
Molly,
How do you feel about the marathon trials start time, and did you sign the letter about getting it moved earlier?
Yeah, I did sign the letter. I mean, I'm obviously going to prepare for whatever it ends up being. I always do that. I always prepare if it's hot. We'll train at hot times of the day, etc. But it did seem unnecessary of all the hours in the day to pick those 2 to 3 to work with. So, we saw what happened in LA, and I was hoping to avoid that kind of carnage. And that was a 10 a.m. start. So, I'm just hoping it's a cool day, which is possible that time of year, but it's also possible it won't be. So I was hoping it would be changed, but we'll roll with it if it's not.
Are you happy that Sunday's gonna be cooler here than
Yeah.
last year?
Very happy with the weather for this year. That's made me feel really good about this weekend. So yes.
when you look back at your running accomplishments here in the city, won the New York City Half 3 times, you won the Mini, you got on the podium in the New York City Marathon. What really sticks out for you in your memory?
Oh wow. Yeah, I love racing in New York. I feel like the energy always like pulls a good performance out of me. I think maybe the marathon, like my first marathon here, was the most memorable because it's so daunting to run your first marathon, and this is a hard course to debut on, and I just wasn't sure what would happen. So to finish on the podium was really confidence boosting, and it was just a great day.
What shoes are you wearing?
I'll be racing in the Saucony Endorphin Pro.
Not the Endorphin Elite.
Or what's the most recent one? The Pro, right?
The Endorphin Elite. Like the green one?
The green one is the Pro, isn't it? Is that the Elite? I should learn what it's called. It's
Pro
the
is
green.
like the pink one.
It's the green one with like the extreme rocker. I thought it was called the Pro.
The strapper.
Yeah, I keep saying the Pro. I should look up online which one it's called.
You ran so many years in conventional shoes, and when the super shoes came toward
Yeah.
the tail end of your career.
I haven't raced a marathon in them yet, so
Oh.
that'll be interesting.
So you didn't use those in the 2020 trials?
Nope. They didn't have the current model at that time, which they made some big changes to it that I like. Some people like the previous one, but I like the current one, so I had to wait for that to come out, basically.
What were the changes?
It's got a more extreme rocker toe, which I need, and some people don't like the extreme rocker, but it actually works better for my my foot injury on the other side that I have. So it's been working good in practice and in the last few races. I haven't worn it for 26.2, but I'm going with it.